All right, moving right along. So I did start all of this before I started to record. Got a couple of snapped off screws in there from somebody. This case is split, and that's supposed to be on there. Like that, but those are issues for another day. So, trying to soak up some of that black gunk. See if I can get a little more out of here. I'm cleaning it up pretty good as I go, so. But it is black. And that is nothing. That's the like dusting that's still in there from wiping it down several times already. So anyways, let's say we put this on correct. So let's say that's still on there. All right. These guys. And so you got your screws in all over. You do not want to strip them. I flip this up like this so I can put direct force down. With that, I was able to get some wood scraps from a gal that does woodwork. With that, I'm able to shim it up so when I'm pushing down, it's got that nice, solid, even pressure. Okay. Now with that, when you're turning, if it's going to slip instead of turn, stop. My next go-to is name brand vice grips. And this is where I figure out where it needs to be, adjust it, and then I'm going to, that's too loose. I want it to be super nice and tight. Now that's probably too much. Just like that. That is a little too much. It cocked it sideways, but that's because it's not in there. So then once you're around there, try and turn it with this. Now, that is very likely going to leave marks on the outside of your bolt or screw. Let's see if I can show you. Won't focus on it. Let's try this. If I can find where I'm supposed to be in front of the camera here. So you see that's scratching, that scarring. That's going to happen if you use that vice grip trick, but you're not going to strip it out. If you don't want that to happen, or if that doesn't work, you need a good impact driver. So then, I'm going to pull that back off. Flip this back this way. And also by shimming it up, I'm protecting my rods and everything else that are underneath here, making sure that that isn't getting hit too hard where it shouldn't be. Something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just not sounding. Okay. Those two. This one. And that's up too high because I got that dowel pin coming out, so slide it off to the side. look at that, I'm wobbling back here yet. See that? So now I'm gonna come back here with another one. It's not quite enough. Too much. I do have some actual shims too for shimming up smaller areas. There, nice and sturdy. Now, inside of here is, after you take the internals out, the magneto and the coils and everything, there's going to be four, I think it was, one, 2, 3, 4 in there that are holding the case half, aside from a few more around the outside. I couldn't get in there to do this trick because you got to come at it on the side. Over the top, it's not going to work. There's another trick I didn't try, and that's where you would put your screwdriver on it, clamp your screwdriver, and try like that. That's another way to try. But I took my driver guy, I don't know where my mallet was, I just used my hammer, and you put it down on there, and every time you hit it, what this is, it's got a nice fat end, and every time you hit it, when it pushes down, it's rotating this just a little bit. So it actually starts, the screw starts to come out, just like that. Very, very, very handy. And this one's older than the hills. Still very, very true. Very good. All right, so now, should have set this up this direction. Let's put this off on the side. Oh. Okay. Good enough. I wrinkled up my tablecloth. Probably still can't see for nothing anyway. Anyway. Alright, so my screw back. There's a busted off one I found somewhere in here when I was taking things apart. This thing's a real basket case. This nut is all chewed up. So I also, this nut here, I got that on a little bit since the nut's all screwed up anyway, and I have that sticking out, so that'll, if it does sit wrong when I have it flipped over, it's on this screwed up nut and not the actual crankshaft. Anyway, let's see how this part goes. I want this. Like that. I think this little guy should be enough. Alright. I'm going to want to hook it in over here where I got a little bit more torque to push against it. Came right loose. Now remember, I've been soaking these in PB Blaster for like 12 hours. Nice and easy. Look at that. Glad I soaked them. Need to find like my handle tool for once they're loose, just go. feel where there's grit in there still, where it gives me a little resistance. Well, this one did anyway. Yep, can't twist it on your own though. Doesn't help that I got my hands super greasy here. Oh, and it already feels like I didn't just push my damn medicine button. I'm not gonna be able to go very longer on this, so let's see here. Almost need it up higher. Yeah, that's where I need to get a couple of these put together, and then I want to use my other bench over, or shelf over there. The top shelf on that sits up a little higher, so I actually am meaning to use that and this both as workout tops. And it won't be quite so bad for me like this here. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna need to figure out how to use like different video editing programs so I can fast forward through this kind of stuff. I don't even think I'm in the picture. That's okay though, I wanted a good view of the tabletop. Wow. Well. Is that rubbery? I don't know what they used to seal that in. I got the whole stud bolt out. Oh yeah, because that's rusted onto there. So it popped it loose back here. Oh man. Well, I guess that's one of those out. There's a nut. There's a nut. And there's a really rusty nut. Oh yes, beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. There's the washers. Yeah. Whatever sealant they tried to use on here. It's like rubber. And wow, they have these studs just chewed up. You can tell what they did was vice gripped it to screw it in and out. Wow, what did they use for a sealant? It's not stuck to it like Yamaha Bond or gasket sealer would. It's rubbery. So that's interesting. Got lots of carbon buildup in there. Clean that out. Other than that, from what I'm seeing, this head looks good. Yeah, I'm really curious to find out what that is. So that makes a good seal, man. That's easy and nice to get off. All right. So, I want to turn this yet. I need a break. So I'll bring you in close and show you what these. All right, cameraman, it is my turn. I will also introduce you to my cameraman. Which way was this? I don't remember. This is my cameraman, Felix. He helps hold the camera. So, you can see that they chewed them up getting them in. Now, all you gotta do is put 2 nuts on there, tighten them together, and then work off of the other one to back it out or put it in. That's it for this.